Hey everybody, this is TJR.
And this is Superfan.
And we're just making this video at the spur of the moment because of just a weird, kind of crazy musical coincidence we noticed that we just thought was kind of fun and funny at the same time.
Yeah, and in a way kind of sad because they were so obviously trying to recreate somebody else's magic.
Exactly. I agree with you. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I'm pretty sure their record label probably said, you need to do this. Your song sounds like this song, so you need to make a video that looks like that video. And we'll explain in a moment. But first, we really need to kind of give the background as to how we discovered this. We were watching a YouTube video from a very popular YouTube channel called Professor
of Rock.
Professor of Rock. And they were doing a retrospective of the top songs of 1987.
Yes.
And after they were done counting off, I think it was the top 10 or 25 songs, I forget exactly what, they talked about some lesser known songs that didn't quite chart, that came close to charting but didn't quite make it. And one of them was a band that neither of us had ever heard of, nor had we ever heard this song before. The band was called Kane Gang, K-A-N-E-G-A-N-G. Now there is a misstep right there because your band, Kane Gang, is hard to pronounce.
Yeah.
That Kane Gang, I had a hard time saying it, and listening to the host of Professor of Rock say it so quickly, I couldn't make out quite what he was saying. I had to keep replaying it a few times to make sure I was hearing it properly. So there was a mistake right there, just calling your band Kane Gang. Kane Gang. Can you imagine their fans trying to chant that? Kane Gang, Kane Gang, Kane Gang, Gang Gang. You start going, Gang Gang. It starts becoming gibberish if you try to say it too fast. But when we heard this brief little clip, and we saw a brief little clip of the video, we both perked up and we looked at each other, and you immediately said, wait a minute, that's Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Yep.
By Tears for Fears. And we were both immediately struck by this, and you especially, because this was when you still worked at Music Plus.
Yeah, and I don't even remember. I think I might have vague memories of the name of the band. I have no memory whatsoever of this song.
And you were exposed to so much music when you worked at that record store. Music Plus, if you're not in the United States or you're too young to remember.
Or in California, for that matter.
Southern
California.
It was a Southern California chain only?
Yeah.
Okay. It was a large Southern California chain of music stores, that sold records, tapes, and then eventually compact discs before they finally went out of business.
Yeah, I can't remember. I want to say when I left, there were 52 stores.
Yeah.
I worked, and they just went in order. I worked at 34 and 46. So.
Okay. But they were a large chain here in Southern California. I remember going to them quite often, right alongside other large chains like Tower Records, Licorice Pizza.
I remember seeing you there when, on occasion, you would come in.
And
we knew each other.
Yeah, we knew each other. We were just kind of like
acquaintances.
Just very casual acquaintances. Yeah, we had no idea what was in store for us at that point. How intertwined our lives would later become.
If we'd only known.
If we'd only known, we would have stayed the hell away. But you saw it. Come on, you walked into that. I'm just teasing.
So mean.
Anyways, though, so we heard this and we were like, wait a minute. We immediately looked this song up on YouTube.
Yeah.
And the similarities, first of all, there's the similarities of the music. There's the similarities in the video. Now, I will stress these are two completely different songs, but they both have this very strong similarities in the rhythmic styles of the bass and drums. This thumping boom boom type of bass, the hard-hitting drums juxtapositioned across, or I should say juxtapositioned against this very easygoing, laid back, it's summertime chill musical vibe. That to me is one of the unique things about the song Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears, is you've got this very propulsive, thumping rhythm. Ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. But the music, the guitar, the keyboards, and the vocals are very chill and laid back and smooth, easygoing. It creates an interesting dynamic with that song. This song, entitled Motortown, very similar in its musical presentation. We're going to try to play some short clips against each other, so you can hear. Hopefully we don't get flagged by YouTube. If we do, you're just going to have to go to YouTube and watch it for yourself. The musical notes are different, the melody lines are different, but they each have a very large chorus where you hear the lead singer sing the word everybody, and it's very pronounced. They also both have a very atmospheric, clean tone guitar solo as well, which was very common for this particular style of 80s music at that time.
Yeah.
So beyond that, though, there are the visual similarities in the video.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Each video features the lead singer driving in the desert.
The same desert.
The same desert, yes, near Palm Springs, driving in a classic convertible, juxtapositioned against clips of the band performing the song in a very, sparse interior setting. In the video by Kane Gang, and I still have trouble saying that, in their video, they're in an actual LA loft, but it's empty.
But it's brighter, and Tears for Fears is more of a dark background.
It is clearly just in a studio, an empty studio, but it is very sparse, but there is this kind of, it does feel like they're in a loft because you've got these like curtains hanging, and you've got these metal bars that kind of are meant to imply windows, yeah. So it kind of has this, there is a similarity.
But the Tears for Fears was filmed at night, and the Kane Gang was filmed during the day.
During the day, yeah. You mentioned they even both drive by the Cabazon dinosaur.
Yes.
Which is out there in the in the LA desert. It's a tourist attraction.
It was. I mean, it's been in tons of things.
So many films. Yeah. Also, both videos have cutaway clips that feature people dancing, playing, riding recreational vehicles, or just cruising. The only difference between these two videos in their visual similarities is that in the video by Kane Gang, entitled Motortown, they start in the desert, but they the video makes it to Los Angeles, and has clips of people in Los Angeles doing some of the activities that I mentioned. Whereas in the Tears for Fears clip,
they stay in the desert.
They stay in the desert. The video stays in the desert. Kurt Smith, who is featured in the convertible, never makes it to Los Angeles, though it looks like he's driving there.
Well, it's because he didn't find the rest of his band. The Kane Gang found the rest of their band, and they did have a bigger car.
Yes, that's
so
true.
So they could fit everybody in there, and made it to LA.
Made it to LA, yes, where you see them performing the song. Yeah, throughout the Kane Gang video, you'll see the lead singer meet up with other band members, and they get in the car with him. Okay. There's a couple spots where he stops and he makes phone calls. There's another part where he stops and asks for directions. He's trying to find his way somewhere. I guess he never found the other band members.
Yeah. This was in the days before cell phones. So.
Yeah, and GPS guidance systems and all that.
But
And
they did both go to gas stations.
they both stopped at gas stations, yes.
That's where he found the Kane Gang found one of the band members.
Exactly.
At the gas station.
So they found their way to Los Angeles.
Although it wasn't an operating gas station, so I don't know what he was doing there.
Well, there was also the gas station in the Tears for Fears video that's actually now deserted. All that's left is the pumps. And there's the two dancers that are dressed in suits and ties that come out of the abandoned, I guess, gas station, outhouse, whatever, and say,
they come popping out.
Here we are. And they do the whole little 60s Motown dance.
In front of the
which
gas
is
pumps.
One of my favorite parts of that video by Tears for Fears, because it seems just so weird and absurd that they're
Wacky.
doing this kind of fun little dance in front of these two gas pumps that are disheveled and abandoned, and then there's a dog at their feet.
Yeah, there's a puppy laying in
That
the
does not
background.
care. That's just kind of lying there,
He's just napping.
just having a nap, maybe, or maybe even dead. Who knows?
No, he got up and sat there and looked at the camera.
Oh, he did. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Maybe I missed that.
But I'm guessing.
It's such a cool, weird
He's
scene in the
probably
middle of that
dead
video.
now.
It's my favorite part. Yeah, the video by Kane Gang, man, that's a tongue twister. Does not have
No
that.
puppies.
Yeah, nothing like that. No, actually, yeah, nothing like that. You're right. No puppies, at least not as far as I remember.
But they did have the cleanest homeless man
Yes,
ever.
it did show the cleanest homeless man ever in their video. But it was just so crazy to see how hard this video was trying to look like the Tears for Fears video. I have to imagine their record label saying to them, as I said earlier, now that we've described all this, your song sounds a lot like Everybody Wants to Rule the World. You need to make a video that looks like it so that it will play on everybody's recognition of it and make them watch it. Which, like you said, is kind of sad.
It is.
Yeah.
And it didn't really work for them.
Obviously not. And I don't know anything else this band ever did. And we're not trying to diss on them. You know, it was a nice, pleasant song.
No, it was a fine song, and I wouldn't have.
It's not a
I don't
rip-off.
dislike it.
It has a similar groove, but you can't copyright a groove. Lots of songs have similar grooves. But it's unfortunate the song sounded so close to Everybody Wants to Rule the World in that respect. And then, of course, the word everybody being clearly sung huge during each song's chorus.
Yeah, it was definitely.
And in the way it was sung, it's just so similar.
It was definitely trying to
Emulate it.
emulate
Yeah.
that.
So just a very funny, bizarre, maybe we shouldn't say coincidence, who knows? I don't know if they were trying to copy them when they wrote the song.
I doubt it. They, it is what it is.
Yeah, it definitely is what it is. But just a weird similarity and just something that kind of caught our ears. I've never heard of this band before until now. I'd never heard of this song, and neither had you. And you were exposed to so much 80s music when you worked at the record store. You heard way more of it than I ever did,
Yeah.
than I ever got exposed to. Crazy. But if you have a chance, go check it out. Do your own little comparison. Let us know what you think in the comments. And do you know of any other similarities like this between a song that's really well known and a song that's not really well known, and that maybe, but hopefully both put out videos, or even if the videos are similar, have a weird similarity to them? We'd be curious to know. Who knows? Maybe we'll make another video where we look at those. But anyways, just a little off-the-cuff video that we wanted to share with you. As always, if you like these videos, please hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell notification icon so you never miss a video. And now we want to thank very much the patron supporters.
You are fierce and mighty.
Thank you, Superfan. And we really appreciate you very much for all that you do. If you'd like to be a patron supporter, go to patreon.com/TJR the original. Patron supporters get their name in the credits, and they receive weekly videos that no one else gets. Everybody, thank you so much for watching, and we hope you all stay safe and healthy. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Superfan did a little research while we've been shooting this, and Tears for Fears, of course, hit number 1 on the U.S. charts with Everybody Wants to Rule the World, and Kane Gang hit number 36 on the U.S. charts. So yeah, didn't quite work for them.